greatest of all times, is all set to hit the silver screens on the 5th of September. Joining us is director and the man of the moment, Venkat Prabhu sir. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Your press conference was a mega hit. Was that itself was like a promotion for the movie. But now, just few more days to go. Are you nervous, excited? Because it's a Vijay film and there are a lot of...
For every film, the excitement, the thrill, the tension is always there. But this time, it's probably 100 times more than before, I think, because it's become most expected film of the year, and it's Vijay sir's film, and so it's been like nearly 2 months since I've properly slept as well, you know. So very thrilled, very tensed, very excited, very emotional, and all sorts of feelings is going through my whole body right now, and I'm just waiting for you guys to see the film.
You know, every film of yours is full of suspense and surprises. Is this movie similar, or have you sort of made changes considering it's actor Vijay's film?
No, it's very similar. I want to excite the audience. I want to surprise them. I want to make them sit in the edge of the seat, and I want them to emote to what my actors are feeling, and I want them to laugh out loud, and I want to give them all sorts of a wholesome entertainment was the idea. And a person like Vijay sir, you know, doing a film with, I want it to be a celebration for him, because it's nearly his second last film, and I wanted this to be like a farewell kind of a thing where we can celebrate him, and we can see all sides of him, you know, in the film. And he's one of the brilliant actors I've worked with, and he's very, very smart, and he's witty, and is sharp, and you know, so the way he performed in The Greatest of All Time, I think you'll be really, really surprised.
So it's a treat for all the Vijay fans.
And it'll be a treat for general audience as well. And that is what I wanted. I wanted even the general audience to come in and have fun. Even though if they're not Vijay sir's fan, I still want them to come in and have fun, is what my idea was. You know, I wanted to make this film as a celebration. I wanted it's a perfect, how do I put it? I should not talk more because it's our film. So I'm sure the audience are going to feel the way what I'm trying to you know, achieve through the film. And I think because so far the ones who've seen the film felt what I've wanted them to feel, and they're happy, and even Vijay sir is happy. I'm hopefully the audiences are going to enjoy.
So you are someone who will write scripts thinking of actors in mind. For this movie, was it any different? Because you've never had a mismatch in your films ever.
No, this first, when I started during COVID, I think I started. I got this idea and I was developing it, but that time I thought of, you know, doing it with a older actor and a younger actor. That's how I started writing the thing. Then when I came to know about this technology of de-aging, and there was this movie called Gemini Man where they de-aged and digitally created Will Smith as a 20-year-old, and there's a 50-year-old in the film and stuff like that. So I thought, why don't we do something like that and excite? Because we've seen a lot of father and son films, double action, even in Jawan we've seen. So how different can we be in this is what we were like thinking, and so we tried to bring this technology and make him look even more younger, and because I don't think we've seen him that young in recent times, and we had a lot of, you know, when we released this song called Spark, and we made him even slimmer than before, because that's how he was then. But people are not ready to accept, because they were used to this kind of a face. So Vijay sir was like, no, don't do so much of physical changes, man. It's I think they're used to my face, and just make it a little comfortable for them as well, so they can easily connect. So we went and redid the whole thing, and made some corrections. So now in the trailer, what you saw in the trailer is what you're going to see in the film. So it will so you will see the difference in the film, and so this is how the movie started. So we went to LA, worked with some VFX companies there called Lola, and my VFX supervisor here, Hari, he coordinated the whole thing. So we went to Digital Domain as well, another company which actually did Gemini Man. but that was an expensive affair, so for a Hollywood film, probably yes, For an Indian film, it'll take a little more time. I think that technology will come here very soon, and then it'll be easier for us to afford. So that's how it happened. That's how the movie started.
And in this movie, you're bringing in all the 90s actors and actresses. Was it more challenging? Because of late, we see, Vijay sir also has acted in films with Malayalam stars Mohanlal. So right now, do you see a lot of actors coming together for a film rather than just being a one-man show?
Yeah, now I think thanks to all Marvel films, I think movies like Expendables and stuff like that, where we see all the action heroes together, and Marvel is like seeing a lot of big stars together. So it gives a super high in the theater, when they see a lot of actors in a film. I think multi-starers are one thing where we can have more fun in the theater. I think seeing even in Deadpool recently versus Wolverine, you see so much of actors coming in, and it's all theater moments. You can't stop screaming. Just scream, enjoy. So I wanted to give that kind of a feel to this film. So I thought, why not bring all my 90s heroes together and make them friends in the film. Prabhu has directed Vijay sir in film. So Prashant sir and everybody, I brought everybody together. It was so nice of them to agree in the first place, because they're all heroes. They have their own market, they have their own brand and stuff like that. Coming together for our film was like it was a pleasure, and it was so nice of them. They were very egoless, and they just came and played their role, and because of the love they had towards Vijay sir as well, that also helped a lot for them to agree. So I just wanted that old nostalgic feel to the audience, because we all saw them. We grew up watching them, So I wanted to give that Sneha, Vijay sir, that pair which came long back. I wanted to recreate that magic, and Laila, Prashant sir, they acted together. I wanted to recreate that kind of I wanted to give that feel to the audience, because a lot of kids these years now, after 2000, 2K kids wouldn't know this feel. Only the 90s, 80s kids will know the feel of this. The friendship between these characters. I wanted to bring that, because I'm from that generation, so I really wanted to bring that. So that's how it happened.
And why the name of the movie Greatest of All Times? Was this because after Vijay announced that he's going to enter politics, was that title given in connection with his political journey, or was it to give a pan-India touch to it?
To start with, we wanted an English title, so it will be easier for us to reach all languages across India. That was the idea. First title I had in mind when I started writing, it was Gandhi, because that was the character name. But it was very only for biopics they give that name. The censor will not allow. If you're using a big leader's name, you need NOCs and stuff like that. And if it is a biopic, then it is not a problem. But you just can't keep that name just like that. So then I was thinking for a powerful name, which is like it has to be. It's better to do it in English, and so I was just thinking. Then I came up with the goat. I thought because it was very trendy, and it was the Gen Z kind of a terminology where people they say OG, goat, and so I thought, why not goat? And I just went and told him, say, I want to call this the goat. And he didn't know about it. Goata, what da? Then I was like, no, goat means, the greatest of all time. Oh, no, OG means original gangster. And these kind of terms are used now. And I thought even this generation can, even if we couldn't get that name goat here, because it was registered already, I think. So we thought, okay, let's call it the greatest of all time. It's like how those days when it's like when we say QSQT for Qayamat Se Qayamat, we say DDLJ for Dilwale, Dulhaniya. So I thought, okay, if we say greatest of all time, people are going to call it GOAT anyway. So then I slowly said, first when we announced greatest of all time, people said, why so long? It's a big time. The two in English is so big. But now people don't say greatest of all time. They just call it GOAT. And in Hindi, it's called the GOAT only. It is not called the greatest of all time. So now what happened is like, the Gandhi character is the greatest of all time in what he does. So and that worked for me. That's why I called it a Venkat Prabhu hero. But in real life, in reality, when now he's announced his political career and now he's announced he's nearly retiring from cinema, I think it organically happened. This title made for him kind of a thing, because it's like a farewell. As I told you, I think it's the love and respect we all have towards him is what we named the film, I think.
Talking about Vijay, this was supposed to be his last film, and now he's doing one more film. But because considering that this could have been his last film, did he want to do certain scenes, or because it's going to be a tribute to him as an actor, did he want specific scenes included in this? Nothing like that.
Nothing. He will never would want to do something like that. If he agrees to a script, if he believes and he agrees to the script, there is no changes at all in the script. To make it was just a narration. I just gave, but I took a long time for this narration. First I told him the line, then I told him a detailed version of it, then I told him a second detailed version of it. Only after the first schedule I told him the proper screenplay with dialogues. I told him the first half. After the second schedule I told him the second half without the climax, because climax itself is a separate story kind of a thing. So a lot of layers are there in the climax. So I took time for the climax and then I told him. So he gave me that space, he gave me the time and all. So apart from that, he will never say, he will probably try to enhance the scene. He will not try to change the scene. There is nothing political in the film. It's not a political film. It is not about, it's a pure cinema. It's just a pure commercial where இப்போ நம்ம சில்லறையெல்லாம் செதற விட்டு we say இல்ல அந்த மாதிரியான ஒரு film. I want you guys to come in and just have fun and enjoy the theater moments and leave with a lot of good that just having a good time. It is not it is not an experimental kind of a film, but I've tried to achieve something like to show you guys a new Vijay sir, a different side of Vijay sir is what I've tried to show. At the same time, I wanted to make it like a celebration in theaters. So the songs, the action, the comedy, the emotions, everything has worked out very well, and that's the whole thing. And he never interferes in any other department. The only thing he worries is because with the de-aging matter and that look, and it should not be an alien to the audience and stuff like that. That's how much he cares, worries about that look. Correct, that it should not. So that's the only thing. Otherwise, in the script wise, the dialogue wise, no changes, nothing at all.
Right. You've directed both Vijay and Ajit. You've also acted with the two of them. Who is tough to direct?
No, both are very, very easy actually. It's easier than directing my boys. No, both are very, very. They make it very comfortable for the director, and they're very director's actors. And I had no problem shooting with them, and I had so much of fun shooting with both of them.
How different was it?
Vijay sir is more focused, very silent in the set, and Ajit sir is like more talkative, he talks a lot, and I can do anything impromptu to Ajit sir. He's okay with it, but Vijay sir, I need to prepare him. He'll need that time. He's very, very professional. He takes his time to prepare himself and stuff. That's the only difference between both of them. Vijay sir is very silent, and Ajit sir is like very talkative, and he talks to everybody. Vijay sir talks, but very limited. He only talks about film. He would only talk about the scene. He will only talk about what happened. What show me that edit and stuff like that. Ajit sir is like more like, hey, it's like more that kind of a person. That's the only difference between both of them.
Has Vijay seen the final cut? What was his response?
He's very happy. He's very happy about it, and he loved it. I mean, that hug which he gave after the film, he doesn't need to say anything else, and that felt so good. That warmth, and he's very happy about the whole film. What happens is like the first half. After watching the first half in interval, he said like, okay, on the shot just make sure that the cheeks are like little for the younger version. He was like talking about the de-aging thing. If you possible, try to change that shot. and there's this shot where you can do this as well. So he said. The second half, after the film got over, he said, I was thinking of 1 or 2 shots to tell you, but after the 40 minutes climax, I totally forgot what I was supposed to say. And he just had only 1 shot to say. I just only remember 1 shot. I don't remember. I totally forgot, man. And so that kind of a thing is what the movie will give you. It'll make you forget everything else, and it'll take you into that world, and you'll have fun. It's a lot of screams, a lot of fun, a lot of celebration will happen.
My last question to you, which is not about GOAT, considering the Hema committee report and the kind of voices that we are hearing from the Malayalam film industry, many say that it should be a Hema committee should be set up in other states, including Tamil Nadu and other states. Do you think it's time for a committee to be set up?
It is always necessary, to make the place safer for women. Only when they come out and talk, and when they say we comes to know that something like this is happening. It's always it was like a myth kind of a thing. See, I grew up in this industry, and it is so sad to see, because I have 2 daughters. I want a safer place for them to survive and live. And I was just telling in another interview as well, I think it's not only for cinema. I think in all industries they should do that. Hema committee should come to media. They should come into sports. It should come into everything, ITs, law firms, any firm. It should come everywhere. I think because only cinema people are focusing. Other industries people are forgetting. There are a lot of other women there going through a lot of bad things, and I think it's about time. Thanks to women who come out and speak and make an awareness, and I think this will create this should create men to stop what they normally do. They should get scared, and that's the only thing to make it happen. They have to come out. We always say the men has to see differently. In the mari nadandha men will see differently. I think all industry, just not cinema. I think every industry should have a Hema committee.